You are now watching the Queen Chioma.
Yup, 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 yup. Even if I was to, which I didn't intend to have any type of intercourse with her, I knew for a fact I wasn't gonna try and girlfriend you or nothing close to that.
You just being nice.
You feel me? I'm like, you said you wanted to talk to me. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
So hey guys, I'm back with another video. So in tonight's video, I'm going to be interviewing an up-and-coming boxer out of Toledo, Ohio. His name is Jared Big Baby Anderson. And I just wanted to start a new series on my channel going into the new year where I interview young black people doing well in the community near me as well as other places. So stay tuned for this interview.
A name we're talking about for years to come. One of the emerging stars in the sport, the American, Jared Anderson. That is a fine-looking prospect right there. The pride of Toledo, Ohio. Two-time national champion and then siding with Top Rank instead of staying the course for the Olympics.
I asked him, are you the next great heavyweight? He says, absolutely.
He has stopped all of his opponents so far. Punishing attack by Jared Anderson.
Tess, this is a beautiful combination right here. I haven't seen this in a long time. Great combination by the young, talented Anderson.
Jared Anderson, 7-0, 7 knockouts.
Anderson's ceiling is high. I'm interested to see what it looks like in 2021.
We're here with our special guest. I'm going to have him introduce himself, so go ahead.
Jared Big Baby Anderson.
Where you from, your age, all of that.
Oh, okay, yeah, from Toledo, Ohio. 21, big Scorpio.
Big Scorpio.
Yeah, the best.
She said, ew.
Wow, that's tough. Been boxing for 12, 13 years now.
Okay.
7-0 as a pro.
And how long have you been pro?
A little over a year now.
Like, how did you get into boxing? Like, what's your background? How did you even start within the sport?
It was really just, I was acting an ass in school. And
Baby kid.
basically, my mom reached out for some help, and one of my dad's best friends was a boxing coach. So they linked with him and basically just got me into boxing. It really didn't start off good though. Started off, I was getting kicked out of the gym because I was talking back, cussing the coach out, and trying to fight everybody. So it ain't start off good, but eventually he talked me into keeping with it and just getting patient and actually working for it.
So you feel like some of the lessons that you learned doing this for that long has shaped you into like who you are today?
Without a doubt.
Okay, so where do you think you would be without boxing?
Without boxing, I'd be dead or in jail.
Really?
For sure.
So describe like growing up in Toledo, because I'm not from here, but like a lot of people don't know where Toledo is, how it is, the climate and the nature of the city.
And Toledo is like a smaller Detroit, I guess you could say.
I agree.
If you ask me, a lot of gang violence, a lot of peer pressure, a lot of people trying to get you to do stuff that you really shouldn't, to be honest. But yeah, I grew up on the north side of Toledo, raised all around gang areas, stuff like that. Whole park across the street from my house, everything was a gang. And I grew up in it, but I decided to stick with a different path. And I had a lot of older people, older homies. And my brother, he didn't necessarily keep the right path, but definitely after he made his mistakes, helped me keep on the right path. So it's definitely rough in Toledo for sure. It's a lot of, like I said, a lot of hating going on. A lot of people don't want you to succeed. It's hard to stay focused with a lot of peer pressure and all the other stuff going on.
Yeah, I feel like since I've been here, I kind of noticed that Toledo, like you said, is like a smaller Detroit. Pretty much like the same type of people, but just in a smaller area. Same violence, same like all of the bad parts like you said. But I mean, it's good to me that like out of all of that you were able to like make something out of it. So like with that being said, why is boxing like really important to you, like especially now that you do it professionally?
It don't really mean that to me. It's a job if you ask me.
Okay.
But
you love it though.
I'm good at it.
You're good at it.
I'm good at it.
So you would do something else if you had to?
I would do something else if I could.
If
I could make the same money just as quickly and all that other stuff, I definitely would. Boxing is rough.
Yeah.
It wear and tears on your body. So I definitely would do something else if I could, but I mean, I'm good at it. Don't get me wrong, I developed a love for it because it helped me get to where I am, but definitely think it's a job and it's work. You gotta wake up and go to work.
So do you plan on like, well, how long do you feel like your career is gonna be? Like, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but like, you have like a certain goal you want to get to before you say like, okay, I'm gonna put the gloves up and do something else, or just as far as you could go?
This heavyweight boxing, it's quick, it's fast, a lot of money in it. So I could be finished by the time I'm 25, or I could stay in it depending on how long I can stay in it until I'm 30. My goal is to be done in finished by the time I'm like 26, 27.
In terms of personal questions, like exactly, like how good are you? Like, what is the outlook? Because of course, I'm gonna do my research. One of my homeboys told me who you were, so I was like, okay, let me look at it. And I'm not really like that hip to the sport, just because I mean, I'm just not. But from what I saw, it seems like you're very, very good at what you do. So like, you know what I'm saying? How good are you? What's the outlook? Like, what you think you about to be?
Well, right now, I'm one of the top prospects in boxing, so everybody got their eye on me.
Okay.
Spar with the heavyweight champion of the world.
Explain sparring.
It's practice. Really.
Just practice,
Yeah,
okay.
it's really just practice. Basically, in his training camp, helping him out. I did that for his world title fight. You know, he gave me a lot of props on it. And that's coming from a world champion who done been there, done it. So everybody projected me to be the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Okay.
Have a good reign and everything else. But that's they look on it. I feel that I'm just nice, but I got a lot of work to do. I'm still young. I can still develop. I got a lot of growing to do. But I definitely know that I'm good. You know, I've been an amateur and was winning national titles, had international competition. And won international competitions, going traveling all over the world on Team USA, training for the Olympics, but with all this COVID stuff, and they was telling us they were shutting it down and all that. I fell out with the USA team anyway, a lot of coaches and stuff, so I kind of just was like, all right, I'm going pro.
So you went pro like as a plan B, or like you were eventually gonna do it anyway? It's just the timing of it.
I was eventually gonna do it anyways. It was just the timing of it. I just didn't want to wait. You never know in this world
Right.
when your last day is. So
Right.
I wasn't gonna keep waiting around for something, but I can get started now.
So in terms of like work ethic or like day to day, what is the difference between amateur and pro that you like notice? Like, what's the biggest difference, I should say?
The pace of it. There's a lot of things slow down, so you don't fight as much for one. You gotta slow the way you fight down.
Okay.
You can't just go out there and throw a million punches because you got 6+ rounds to go.
And you're a heavyweight,
Yeah.
so them dudes are big. Okay. So let me move on to like more questions about, you know, you and within the career. So as a boxer, what pressures do you have, especially being young from Toledo? I'm pretty sure, like you said, if you're projected to be, you know, this big person, like what pressures are you facing from yourself, family, city? Like,
Biggest pressure of all is family.
I can imagine.
They told me, a lot of people been telling me, you gotta take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to realize that, you know, always giving.
Right.
Not saying that some people don't, you know, have my back and be there for me. It's just I give a lot more than I get, you know. And it's not that it's their fault. It's just that when you see it, let me get that, or let me hold that, you know what I'm saying? They want their help too.
Yeah, it's natural from the family side.
Yeah, those are pressures, and then the other pressures is, you know, it's a lot of dope boys in my city, you know what I'm saying, who want to reach out, get to me, stuff like that.
So staying away from like negative or potentially detrimental like people.
Keeping the right crowd around me, you know.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing against nobody. You get how you live. I done been there before, seen people there before, so it ain't like I'm jocking you, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, if I'm gonna be a public figure and I want kids to look up to me, I gotta keep the right crowd around me. So.
Right. Okay, so with that being said, is the money good? Like, you don't have to get into like exactly what it is, but I mean, you showed up with a nice fit and everything, so you feel me? I'm assuming the pay gotta be something decent.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It only gets better though. You'll start off ain't really nothing, but like I said, when you stay down and grind for it, you definitely get what you're looking for.
You get paid per fight, you get like weekly paid, you get paid to practice. Like, how does that work?
So when you first start off, depending on your pedigree, see, I came from the USA team, so when you got a good pedigree behind you, you know, and they want to back you and help you out, and make sure that you only got to focus on training somebody to put something in on you. So they give you a stipend for a year or two, and then help you so that you can you basically getting paid to train. Just got to keep working. And
so it's like an investment, kind of?
Basically, it's their way of investing. Some give you signing bonuses, and you do get paid every fight. Unless it's somebody else, unless you sign a contract, which you can negotiate to where you get so much money per year, regardless if you fight or not, because your promotion company has to book your fights.
Even if you lose, you still get paid?
Yeah.
But you haven't lost? Okay, so what is like the nature of your fans? Because like I said, I heard about you through somebody else, so clearly you buzzing around here. So like people in Toledo like you, like you have a big fan base, even outside of the city. Like,
I would definitely believe that I got a good fan base. I for sure got one outside of the states, around the country.
Okay, so you international with it?
Yeah, definitely got a lot of Germany fans, Poland, Netherlands. So I definitely got some fans that are not in the U.S., but I definitely think I got a pretty good fan base. I get noticed some places, like in Houston, Vegas, you know, some people notice me, and I think I got a pretty good fan base.
Well, do you feel like you had to like sacrifice anything like on your journey to success? Because I feel like with me even doing YouTube, like it's more known, I guess, with internet fans, but sometimes I feel like I either can't be myself, I don't go certain places, I don't post my location just because I have fans. So do you feel like you sacrifice anything, or there's like privacy or just anything at all?
Being a figure of anything, or a public figure at all, you sacrifice for sure. Definitely on this journey, I've sacrificed a lot more than I was wanting to, but good price to pay for the benefits that I get.
I feel like you kind of answered this, but do you deal with people using you in any way? Not necessarily like family. I mean, your family could use you, but I'm not gonna assume that your family does. But do you deal with people who use you for like clout or anything like that? Like, have you ever had an instance where you felt like, all right, hold on, he gotta get cut off, or she gotta go, like she not here for the right reasons, he not here for that?
I definitely have. One situation happened probably like a year ago. Met somebody, a female, through a cousin. And, you know, they passed or whatever, and they, you know what I'm saying?
Her and the cousin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But she was basically putting it in my brother's ear that she wanted to talk to me, and I'm like, okay. And she started inboxing me on Facebook. We inboxed back and forth, nothing serious, just talking.
Just conversation.
And then one day I get a phone call, probably like a few weeks later, saying that my name was brought up in the nail salon, saying that I was her dude.
Hold on, wait. Nail salon?
Yeah.
Oh, they was gossiping.
They was calling me like, oh yeah, why your name just get brought up? And she said you her dude, and your dude got to fight on this day, and he wearing this, and ooh. And I'm like,
okay, hold on. Be honest, because that's very weird. Did you put any type of, give her any reason to feel like she could say that?
No.
You sure?
Did I tell you my cousin had passed with her already, so I wasn't. Even if I was, like, it's a lot of people in the world who would do it. People messed up like that, but even if I was to, which I didn't intend to have any type of intercourse with her, I knew for a fact I wasn't gonna try and girlfriend you or nothing close to that. You just being nice. You feel me? I'm like, you said you wanted to talk to me. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their fans. She was one of the first ones to go buy one of my sweatsuits and everything. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I was like, you've already dealt with that, then you probably know moving forward, like, you know what I'm saying, make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, and just cross-check people, because not everyone's here for the right reasons. Which, I mean, the same thing has happened to me, so I understand. Okay, so craziest or weirdest thing that's happened to you since you've been in boxing, or got like a buzz in boxing? It could be like anything, don't have to even be dealing with somebody else. I guess meet my idols, you know.
Okay.
I mean, but I wouldn't say crazy. That's like the biggest thing to me, that, you know, it's a lot of people I met that I didn't expect to ever meet in my life, and knew who I was when I walked up.
Right.
You know, like they had heard about me, the little buzz was going around. It was talking about me being prospect of the year and stuff like that. So they knew exactly who I was, and it was just a shock to me, like, oh wow, you know who I am.
Okay, so then what is the biggest pro and the biggest con as a boxer?
Oh, the biggest pro are the celebrity in it.
Okay.
I get to go places and oh yeah, okay, you kept the line.
And you're an individual. Like, I feel like in boxing, like, it's just you versus it being a team sport. So like, you know, more focus, more fame just to that individual person. Definitely.
Biggest con though is the clout. Everybody wanna get to you, everybody wanna touch you. And I'm not no real big touchy or talkative person. You know what I'm saying? Some people reach out, and if I think that we got something in common, or you know what I'm saying, that we connect in some type of way, then you know what I'm saying, I speak back. But a lot of the times, like if I go places, I would walk in a room and won't say nothing.
Right. Just let me ask, so why do they call you Big Baby? Where you get that name from?
I was just always bigger than everybody else when I was a kid. I actually started off kind of short and chubby, so I wasn't taller or bigger than nobody for real. In high school, I had a huge growth spurt, and I just got bigger than everybody. But that was when I started taking boxing seriously. So then everybody, when I went around and went to places to train and spar and stuff, they be like, oh, this big dude. Then they ask me how old I am. I'm 15. Like, oh, you a big baby. Just stuck.
Isn't there somebody else out there already?
Yep, real Big Baby Miller, and he is currently suspended for using drugs.
Oh, okay, so then you just the official then.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I announce my name, they say the real Big Baby.
Oh wow, they give you your credit. Okay, so let's move on. So how is like the dating scene, girls, women, all of that? I mean, like you said, you're 21, so like 21 is that age for real. So like, you know what I'm saying? Be real with the people.
I gotta be real. I wish it was what it everybody expected to be in, which I would think it is, but it's really not. At least not for me. And then the traveling don't help. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, like I said, I don't really talk to a lot of people when I go places and stuff. So when I'm out of town, I don't really speak to nobody. So definitely out of town, no. And then in town, it's so many. Everybody know everybody.
Yeah, this city is small as.
So it's horrible, you feel me, as far as the dating scene go, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know each other, so even if I wanted to talk to such and such, that's my cousin, ex-girlfriend, word travel around, everybody want to speak on everybody, so really not what people think it is.
Now you got girls at the nail salon, you feel me?
Yeah, still a virgin.
Okay.
We gonna say that. Yep.
Okay, so how do you stay humble with everything that you got going on? Obviously, it's a lot of positive more than it is negative, and it seems like it's going in a positive direction. So how do you stay humble?
Nah, I'm
just naturally
a humble person. I don't really speak on my abilities or anything like that. I just go with the flow. People talk me up more than I talk myself up. So I mean, I guess I'm just naturally humble. I don't get into all of that.
Okay, so you're not out here just bragging on yourself. Well, I feel like as a boxer, you kind of gotta have that little cockiness to you. At least when you fight, you don't look scared or anything. But I mean, it's good to brag on yourself a little bit. But overall, you say you're a humble person. Yeah. Okay, so what advice would you have for anybody that's up and coming in boxing or just up and coming in whatever they're good at? Especially since you're young. I have a lot of like viewers that are between the ages of like 18 and 25.
Stay true to yourself. Don't let everybody else get in your ear. Don't let everybody else, you know what I'm saying, influence you. Stay true to yourself. That is the biggest thing. People lose themselves in this game. I know too many people, I mean, still my brothers still love them to death, but too many people didn't change in this game. Not even just in this game, but with popularity, people think you're supposed to act a certain way, man. You can be yourself. Because regardless if you think the biggest crowd don't like you, you're going to have another crowd that like you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to like you for you because they can relate to you. There's a lot of people who just like you no matter how you are, be you.
And then is there anything else you wanted to tell the people about you, your career, anything?
Yeah, keep following me. Wish me the best, man. Support. Yeah, man, that's it for real.
You have like a motto or anything that you live by?
I live every day like it's my life. That's about it.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, well, I want to thank you for being on my channel. Everyone's going to enjoy this video. I'm going to have all of Jared's Instagram, social medias, as well as any clips of his fighting. Like he said, follow him. He's on up and coming, and we'll see where you're at in like a year, 2 years to see how well you do in boxing.
He has stopped all of his opponents so far. Punishing attack by Jared Anderson.
Tess, this is a beautiful combination right here. I haven't seen this in a long time. Great combination by the young, talented Anderson.
Jared Anderson, 7-0, 7 knockouts.
Anderson's ceiling is high. I'm interested to see what it looks like in 2021.
Absolutely.